Hello and welcome, and today we're going to be going over another Bukkit plugin. And so to get there, we're going to go to Bukkit, type in Bukkit in Google, go to Bukkit forums, get plugins, and we're going to type in essentials. Okay. Just type in essentials. We're going to download Group Manager. Will be another video. That's like a permissions plugin. We're just going to download Core and Extras. So we're going to open both those files up, and we're going to drag them into our Bukkit server. Just going to drag and drop in that with the core and the extra, drag and drop that into. So when we run the server, I'll show you the first thing. Essentials is going to load, creating all the configuration files, and it looks like we're ready to go. So what it's going to say is going to say, since I've already been into the server, it's going to say, it would say, you know, welcome iSmell campers to the server. And if it was a new person, what it would do is it would not only say like welcome iSmell campers to the server, but also what country I'm from. So like USA, UK, New Zealand, something like that would be in there. You'll be surprised if you run the server, different types of people. You'll get people from all over the world, and you won't even understand. And then it also points out, you know, if you know the server's on the east coast of America, and they're in New Zealand and they're lagging, well, you know why. Anyway, so that's that part is that plugin that does that is the Essentials GeoIP. And the next one that we're gonna go over, we're just gonna go over some general like commands. So if we do /help, it's gonna give you help for all your plugins. Help 2, and then of course you can keep on going on. Help 3, help 4, help 5. It's just going to keep on giving you help commands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the server and get rid of all the other plugins except Essentials, so I can just show you the Essentials. Plugins. So we're just going to create a new folder. I'm going to drag everything that's not Essentials into the new folder. And there it is. Okay. So pretty much all we should be running is Essentials. Should load up significantly faster too. This is one of those plugins that I would recommend everybody has. It's just very good. So if you can see, it says /help. I can see different commands. So if I want to make myself AFK, just do that. I'm now AFK, and then if I move again, it should say I'm no longer AFK. After death, you can type in back, and it will bring you back up, or bring you back to where you died, and it will say that different ban plugins, ban IP, break, broadcast a message, set a player on fire. You can do a lot of things. Delete jail. There's jail, so you can set up jails. And then I'm getting attacked. You can do a bunch of stuff. You can request teleports, and that's really all in the help file. And we'll show you how to do everything. So if you just go through it, it will show you everything that you need to know. 6 kit. It has a bunch of features, but my main focus of this video is just going to be really the configurations to let you set up your server. The rest of the commands, they're really self-explanatory. If you know how to go through the help file, you can do all the commands, in which I just showed you how to go through the help file. So what we'll do is we'll stop the server and we'll go through how to set everything up. So what we'll do now is we will go to Essentials, and then Configure. So first thing it's going to say like the OP color. So if you're an op, it's going to be C, which is in this case red. If you have a nickname, it's going to put this in front of your name to show that it's a nickname. Teleport cooldown. So this is the amount of time after that you have to wait to teleport again. So I'm going to say a minute. Teleport delay. That's like the warm up. You're going to wait 5 seconds to teleport. Teleport and player cannot be attacked after. I'm going to say no teleport invulnerability. And heal cooldown. That's fine the way it is. I wouldn't have an item blacklist. Based item spawn. False, yeah. Spawn limit on spawn mobs. That's fine if they have it there. Warn on smite. Yeah, with the lightning. Just leave it the way it is. These are the different commands that players can use. Now these are your kits. So this is your first one. I think this is all stone tools, and this is diamond tools. And when you go into the permissions, which will be part of group manager, you'll be able to give people the permission to be able to use diamond tools. The only thing that I would say is have some sort of cooldown, or make the warm up or cooldown longer, just so that you can't like spam it. Backup intervals 30 minutes. It's fine. Per warp permission. I would say yes, because if you want to have donator warps and other warps, then you can do that. List commands by group. Like what group has access to each command. Yeah, I would say true. That gives you a little bit more information. You don't need debug. Remove God on disconnect. So if you happen to have it, or if you give someone it, once they log out, they don't have it. You don't want to use bucket permissions. We're gonna use group manager auto AFK after 300 seconds, I think it is. That's fine too. Freeze AFK player. I would say true. You don't want them to move. Disable item pickup while AFK. I would also say true, because you don't want people like, oh, this person's AFK, let me just throw all my stuff, and I'm so hilarious. You don't really want that. World teleport permissions. You don't really need that. You don't really want to restrict people teleporting between worlds. Oversized stack. If you want to oversize stack, so if you want like 128 in a stack, you can do that. You can change that. I wouldn't recommend doing that. If you want to repair enchanted things, essentials home. Whether or not you want them to have homes, there's the different amount that they can have of homes that they can have, so they can set multiple homes if you want. Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't really need touch. The eco stuff, I would leave everything the same. Starting balance, you can put the starting balance up to like 1,000 though. If you're going to use this plugin, remember, if you are using our economy, you don't need to use this plugin. Essentials help, just leave that the way it is. Essentials chat, you don't really want a radius, you want it all to be global. And then this is going to be the format that you're going to want. You can change it if you want, but I don't recommend changing it. Group format doesn't really matter. Protection, again, just leave it the same. You don't really want the alerts, and I wouldn't have anything on blacklist, especially if you're on a PvP server, like a hardcore PvP server. You can have like information when people are using that, so you kind of have a good idea of when people are raiding. Lava flow. This is like whether or not, if it's false, then it's going to allow it, and if it's true, it's not going to allow it. I would not allow fire spread. I would not allow lava fire spread. Allow fire flint, because then people can start fires and it's fine. Lightning fire spread, I would disable that. Portal creation, that's fine. TNT explosion, that's really your choice, whether or not you want it to do anything. Fireball explosion. Player damage, I would recommend that, because in the nether people shouldn't be building houses, and it's fine if that gets griefed a little bit. Creeper explosion, I would put that on true to make it not happen, but it will still do, actually no, I would put that on false. and block damage on true, so that it doesn't damage any blocks, but it still does player damage. Villager death, put that on false. You don't want to block that. Ender dragon, isn't there Enderman pickup? You want to block Enderman pickup because those things are just annoying. Next thing is I would recommend spawning everything except for a couple things. First thing would be squid. I don't recommend spawning squid. Silverfish, again, I don't recommend spawning silverfish. Slimes, you can block slimes if you want, and then creeper you can block if you want, but once you take away the explosion it's pretty much fine. Going through protect signs is all real fine. Disable PvP, you do not want to disable PvP. You really don't want to disable any of this. You don't want to disable lightning, especially because when that comes down to when it comes down to like heroes using like the bolt spell where it shoots out a bolt of lightning, you don't want to disable it. I would disable storms though because they cause lag. And then the /new player, I would just do tools, spawn point. If you want a different spawn point for them, it's called newbies. That's pretty much it. This is just the welcome message that it would say if you're new to the server. But that's pretty much it for the configurations. The rest of the stuff you don't really need to touch. You don't need to touch any of this other worth stuff because it's set up the way it's supposed to be. And what I would recommend doing is just restarting the server, making sure you did everything correctly, you're not getting any errors, and you should be good to go. We'll just test what we did by I'll find a creeper and then hopefully not die at the same time, and we'll see if it does player damage and not block damage. It may be harder to find a creeper than I thought, and those spiders are going to be able to catch up to me pretty easily. There's a creeper. Hello, creeper. See, it didn't do any block damage, and it didn't do player damage, but it's just a little buggy like that. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. That is one of the things that's a little buggy. And I should be taken out by this skeleton. I shouldn't really be missing. We'll go try it again with the creeper. Unless the spider gets me first. Which it is. Or maybe not. Come on, creeper. Yeah, see, now it got me with that, with damage. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the Essentials plugin. Thanks for watching, and come back next time.